Hey, guys.
How would you say your corners have played through the first 5 games overall?
There's been some ups and downs, and but overall, I felt like that they've improved from the beginning of training camp to right now, and that's the goal, is that they get better every day, and that's what we've been focusing on, and our emphasis has been placed on just daily improvement. So we've definitely had our moments, and there've been some moments that we have learned from and grown from, but overall, I'm proud of them. I like where they're at.
Monterio Cat, I guess his first pick the other day. What'd you see on that play? Just what kind of season do you think he's had?
I was really happy to get him back, from being out the week before, and I thought he made a good play. He flattened the route out. When we're down there in the goal line in the red zone, sometimes we allow them to get behind us, get in a trail position, and make them throw it over the top, and he did a nice job of turning and getting his head back to the ball, and it was a little underthrown, and he was in a great position right there to get it. And we kind of saw the sideline right there, and he took off at it, and I was hoping he'd split it right there and go score, but it was a great play, big moment in the game.
Y'all have already matched your interception total from last year. Is that something you expected to happen this early?
I don't know that we expected it or not. We certainly want to be competitive on the balls that are in the air, and with the teams that you're playing, sometimes the ball gets thrown in the air more. A lot of that has to do when we get great pass rush on the quarterback and we can affect him and we get him off the spot and he's under a little duress when he throws the ball. That puts us in a good position to go and get it. But we definitely talked to the guys about, you be the wide out when that ball's in the air. Get turned and you go be the wide out. You have just as much as a right to the ball as they do. And we emphasize that, in our drills every day and finish drill and taking the ball away. So that's something that's important to us. And we do. We want to be great at that. I know we're doing good with defensive touchdowns right now and getting the ball back. So that's a major emphasis, getting the ball back.
Darius got a scoop and score, and he started against San Jose when Monterio was out. What do you thought of his play?
He's been steady. I like right where he's at. He's done a really good job. I mean, really ever since last spring is when kind of I felt like that, the light bulb turned on for him, and he's done a great job, and he's prepared himself well each and every week that when his opportunity was there, that he went in and took advantage of it. And I thought he played a really solid game there. I was really happy for him. He's in the right position right there when the ball was on the ground to go get it, go score.
Now you guys obviously want to beat the Aggies, but the fact you played a lot better on defense than the week before, how can you guys build on that performance?
Well, we want to win the game. That's the ultimate goal. So there's disappointment when you don't get the outcome that you want. And we go back and we grade it the same. And we're looking at their assignment, their technique, and the effort that they give on each and every play. So as long as that's improving, each and every week, then we know we're making strides in the right direction. So, we placed an emphasis on that from the week before, and I felt like that the guys really responded well. We needed to make one more stop there, as it turns out to be, and to get ourselves in a better position to win, and we wish we would have. But we can see things from that game that'll carry us on the rest of the season that hopefully has a similar impact, and now we can win.
Jarek has had some tough pass interference calls, I think. Sometimes they can call those, it's like a 50-50 call, but what do you thought of his play overall?
I think he's been consistent. He really has. He did a great job. He had 2 third-down breakups there in a row on slant routes where he did a nice job and knocked the ball away. So those were big plays for us. It got them to punt, got the ball back there in the second half. He's been as steady as any of the guys on the back end this season. I thought his play's been consistent. Some of those pass interference, they're going to call that sometimes. We want them to be aggressive in the way that they play, and not to the point where we get a penalty, but we want them to play aggressive, and in this league they allow you to do that. So we're going to be as aggressive as we can, right to a point. But I've been pleased with them.
You guys already working on Kentucky, or is this week more about kind of?
No, we have, yeah. So we introduced Kentucky today, so that was part of the emphasis there today. We wanted to work on fundamentals and technique as well, and then get a lot of guys a lot of that type work. So we went back to the basics in some areas of what we do, but we also introduced our next opponent, which is Kentucky, and get a head start on them.
Kentucky's had some injuries at quarterback, but It's like everybody in the league, it seems
Right.
like. But what's your take on their passing game?
Well, I haven't studied it enough yet to really tell you, but I know that, as we've watched some of the games, they were really effective throwing the ball early on. I know when you get quarterbacks banged up and dinged up, then you have to adjust some things, but, they've got a bye week as well, so I'm sure they're getting healthy and getting rested, and, I'm sure we'll get their very best and at that position, at the quarterback position as well.
How's practice gone this week? I know it's early, but I guess you guys went Monday just because it's an open week, right?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we brought the
Sunday.
guys in. We did not go Sunday, and we brought the guys back in yesterday, and we had meetings with them and watched tape and everything, and then had a guest speaker in last night, and we kind of started the mode today. We'll practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all in back to the basics emphasis, and then also Kentucky prep, and then we'll be out recruiting as a staff Friday and Saturday, and then back in here starting with our normal routine on Sunday for a regular game week.
So how did today's practice go after being off a couple of days?
I thought it was really good. The guys came out and they were focused and sharp. Their attention is where it needs to be, and they understand what we need to do. And the idea is that we're going to go and win the game. So we have to prepare well for that today in order to go have our best opportunity to win next Saturday.
The tackling issue, how do you address that? Overrunning the ball carrier?
Yeah, we worked on that again today. That's something that we work on, and we've emphasized here for several weeks now, and you just keep working at it, So we put them in some positions, in some really negative positions where, there's a lot of space between them and the ball carrier, making sure that we're tracking the inside hip with our knees bent and palms up and not overrunning the ball, and then just doing that over and over and pointing out the situations in games when it does happen, and then pointing out also the situation in games where we do it the right way. So that's just something we'll continue to work and emphasize, being a great tackling team in space.
As disappointing as that A&M game was, I mean, do you feel like the guys are kind of over that and they're ready to?
They're doing some good things on the outside as well.
Coach, just what